Right, that must have happened before when he was still in the camp, or?
Now we were still at home. Now
Okay.
we weren't in the camp yet, or in ghetto. Now that was before.
Okay.
So Grandpa's father did the same thing. You know, made the animal kosher, the meat kosher. And they had the papers for that, you know, papers. They must have papers for that to do it. So Hitler forbid to do that, make the meat or slaughter. He forbid it. He had forbidden. So then there was not in Mølleborg, Kirchheim, not far from it. There was a Jewish butcher. They used to have a Jewish, but was a Jewish. He was not allowed to do it anymore, sell meat. But the Jewish doors, they were all forbidden. So they did it behind. You know, they got some animal from a farmer behind, you know. And so then Daddy went there to help and make it kosher, you know. They did it there so Jewish people could get some kosher meat. Nobody were allowed to now. So that day Daddy went there and they slaughtered the animal. And somebody must have talked, who helped them, you know. He wasn't Jewish. He helped them, and he must have told them what's happening. So the SS came, the Nazis came in and burst in the door. They had a door lock, burst in the door. And they started to hit, and they started to hit Daddy. So Daddy he grabbed a broom, was standing there, a broom, and he was hitting them. Dad was strong. He was hitting them, till he came to the door, hitting them, and came to the door, and he ran out of the door, and he ran away.
Wow. I mean, didn't catch him?
No. I don't know, he ran away.
Yeah. Wow. So, I've heard Grandpa was a badass.
Huh?
I heard Grandpa was a badass. He was a tough guy. He drove motorcycles.
Yeah.
That was all before the war?
No, after.
After?
When I was with him already then.
Did you ride on the back of his motorcycle? Yeah? So, did you want to ask more questions about during, or should we move on to after?
Oh, I definitely want some more during. But even before, it's about like, so Grandpa worked on a farm or owned the farm in Ameenenburg.
See, it's not a farm like you think. Ameenenburg, the houses were up on the hill, you know, Ameenenburg, and the fields, they were down. They were not on top of Ameenenburg. The fields all the way were down around. You had to go down the hills. And they had enough fields for their families to grow things, potatoes and corn. Corn gets made into flour for bread, and ground where you make hay for the cows to eat, you know, and enough field. And they had a whole line of prunes, you know, trees made prunes I don't know how many, 10, 20 or more trees. And every year the prunes grow, and they had so many prunes for them to make things for the whole year, and enough to sell, so get money from it. You know, a lot of prune trees, and so they had cows, and so it's more for themselves than you know, not to sell a lot from that. They also had some material and some clothing they sold from their house to people. Some clothing.
So
in
what?
their house.
So Grandpa grew up in Umberg.
Münneberg.
Münneberg. Yeah, just can't say it.
Yeah, he had a brother and a sister and twin sisters on top of it.
Mm.
They were all married except one sister, and they had everybody had a child already. They were all killed.
Yeah.
And they all lived together in Amanaberg.
Huh?
They all lived together in Amanaberg.
No,
Oh.
no, they got married and they lived someplace else, other places.
So, do you know what camps Grandpa was in?
Hmm?
Do you know what camps Grandpa was in?
Camp?
Yeah, which concentration camps he was in?
Oh, Grandpa?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in, like I said, in Salaspils, taken to Salaspils, then to Ghetto. And from Ghetto he had to go to work, different places. And then maybe he was in Stutthof too, and was taken away to work someplace else. I don't know. It was someplace else, I don't know the name.
I vaguely.
I'm not sure if he was already, if it was the end. I think it was the end. So Grandpa, yeah, he was, let's say he was standing here on this corner of the street, right? Grandpa. And then for some reason he didn't know himself why he went to the other corner in the street. For some reason he didn't know. While he goes to the other corner, for no reason, a bomb came. The war was still going on. The bomb came and went right on this corner. He was standing first.
Yeah.
So he was saved because he went to the other corner over there.
That's very similar to your story, where you are in one side of the train and the bomb hits the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there was other woman met her daughter, and it happened. And she met a boyfriend right there. It was the end. and the daughter met a boyfriend was standing on that corner, and the mother was on the other corner, to leave them alone.
Mhm.
And the bomb came also and killed them.
Oh,
So the mother survived by
Yeah.
just alone
yeah.
and lost her daughter. And
I vaguely remember a story about, I think it was Grandpa, and they had gotten food, he and his friend, and his friend ate so much that his stomach exploded, and he died.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, that's true.
Was
It
that the
happened
same?
to a lot of people.
Yeah.
The bodies couldn't take it. They weren't used to the food anymore.
Mhm.
And they died. Yeah, no.
So
My stomach was swollen. I told you that.
Yeah, a little bit, you said.
When I came to Amöneburg
Yeah.
to Daddy, my stomach was swollen, big, and people thought I was pregnant.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, so big. The stomach swollen from no food.
Yeah.
the guy who died, that was the guy who jumped with Grandpa off the train?
I think was the other guy. Must have been the other guy. I don't know. I think so. And I think I told you there was a mother with a daughter. They survived, and the daughter, she was my age. She got an infection, something in the leg, infection, and I don't know why. She died from it. She died. She was my age, and the mother was left alone.
Yeah.
After they survived, then they still had to die.
Mm.